we are gaining confidence that the weather pattern will change. It's going to amplify, bringing us more winter-like conditions. I'm talking in terms of temperature. It's too early to speculate about snow, but we are going to get colder. You see a little evidence of that out there right now. It was a horrible day in the southeastern United States. Selma, Alabama. Look in the middle of the screen. There you saw the tornado developing. Brett Adair from Live Storms Media. The damage there, a tornado outbreak from Alabama over towards Georgia. He tells me it's a rough day out there in Alabama into Georgia with a lot of damage. Some of this again in Selma with a long track tornado from our Live Storms Media partner, Brett Adair. That wasn't a small tornado to do that much damage. It was a significant tornado. We don't have a survey yet, but this is just one of these systems that continues to move along across the western United States in what has been a very mild Pacific flow. They come off the Pacific, then they go across the United States, tap into Gulf of Mexico moisture. But when they come into the United States and they hit the mountains of California, this is what happens. This is Heavenly Ski Resort, the heavy mountain snow up there by Tahoe and Kirkwood. Look at the snow. That moisture, that atmospheric river going across the Pacific Ocean, where it's cold in the mountains, they have been getting, I've seen reports of 9 to 10 feet of snow just over the past few days. So the ski resorts there, I mean, the visibilities are terrible. Winter storm warnings. But you know what? It's all about to shut down for California. That pattern is going to change, and they're going to dry out, and they're going to stop that. But yeah, they've had a lot of snow there. So this is what's going on. I'm going to show you the pattern. Remember, when I show you this, you're looking at a bird's eye view of the northern hemisphere. The North Pole right here. You see the United States right here. Alaska. You got Europe over here. So what you're looking at, and remember, everything's flowing around like this from west to east. The blues, that's where we're seeing the troughing, where the reds and the oranges show up. That's ridging. And so what we've had across the Pacific, right here, coming across. Remember, this is a bird's eye view. You see system after system after system. I mean, you see them all lined up, coming boom, boom. You see this one moved out to Atlantic, this one moving through right now, and then this one, and then this one. So it's just been a parade of systems coming in this flow. But remember this is an area of low pressure aloft, okay? So the flow around that is coming off the Pacific Ocean. So that's where a lot of our air comes in from. Once it gets out here in the United States, when they pass by, yes, some does creep in from Canada. But just remember this, because I'm going to go out in time. Watch how that's what's feeding the moisture and the mild Pacific flow. We're going to go out in time. This is next Thursday in about 1 week. And then next Saturday, the 21st, right there, into the 22nd of January. Now look what's there. That is a pattern reversal. That's a big pattern change. So what you're seeing here is ridging off the west coast of the United States and downstream troughing. So it's amplifying. Okay, let's go a little bit further along. Let's go, here we go. Tuesday the 24th. I'll just stop it here and show you what I'm looking at. Extensive ridging going all the way up into Alaska and up towards the polar areas. So now the source region changes. Instead of it coming off directly from the Pacific Ocean, now that flow of air is going up and around. And it's able to tap and dislodge the cold air that has been settling in across the polar areas and even in towards Siberia. So you're getting some of that flow from northern Canada, Alaska, and the Arctic areas to go south. So it's going to be an abrupt change. Well, gradual change. Now, let me go to the United States here. All right, let's go to temperature anomalies. Let's go to where we are right now. And these are just off the surface temperature anomalies. All these, it's so above average. It's warm, above average, relatively speaking, for the entire country. And remember, this is an ensemble, which is a bunch of models averaged out with minor fluctuations and takes into account for different things. And it's 51 models blended together. So there's the cooler air for the next few days right here across Arkansas and the southeastern United States. But look, here comes the mild Pacific air again. So we got more mild air next week. I mean, this is warm. I'm looking here. You're talking about 15 to 20 degrees above average. So next week, it's going to be very mild, the flow off the Pacific. Look at the cold starting to develop across the western United States, and watch this. See that? So this is going out past 10 days towards 15 days out. Now you're starting to bring in colder air from Canada, and we're looking at a larger area with below average temperatures. But it's far out. I mean, this is going to be at least 10 days away, maybe a little bit more than that. So let me sum up here. I know that's a lot to take in. I've been talking now, I'm looking at 5.5 minutes. The parade of storm systems coming off the Pacific Ocean has been causing heavy mountain snows out in California, flooding in the lower elevations. Those systems pull the air and the systems pull out into the central United States, very mild. Then that flow around it, the counterclockwise flow around these disturbances, that starts to tap into Gulf of Mexico moisture, and you get severe weather. I mean, we had a little bit here in Arkansas last night in hail, some hail, and then today tornadoes in Alabama and into Georgia. So when that ridge goes up in the western United States up towards Alaska, that means the rains are going to shut off into California. They won't have that direct Pacific flow, and colder air will be dislodged in moving into the United States. How cold? Way too early to speculate on that. Way too early. When I see this pattern developing, I say, okay, winter isn't over. Don't get used to these mild temperatures. And all of the computer models have been showing this. So it's hard to deny what the models have been showing. But we have a lot of mild weather to get through to get there. We got 2 weather makers coming in next Monday, some rain showers, then maybe Wednesday a little bit more significant system. And of course, with this very mild flow that's going to stay in place for a while, we got to watch out for some severe weather. And that's always in the back of our mind. And let's just hope we just get away with some rainfall out of this. All right, everybody. Big day at Channel 7 tomorrow. I'm going to go get some rest. Thank you so much for trusting us at Channel 7. The team with the most experience